Oftentimes clients will say to me, I don't need a trust. My estate isn't very large. What will a trust do for me? Well, oftentimes we talk about the benefits of particularly revocable trusts. Revocable trusts are one that you get to benefit from while you're alive and that you continue to control as long as you're capable of doing so. It's a great and easy way to hold assets to ensure that you retain control during your lifetime. But there's a couple of really great benefits to revocable trusts. Number one, it helps to avoid probate. Probate's the process that we have to go through when someone passes with the probate courts. This can be a very timely, a very expensive, and cumbersome process to have to deal with. If you've got a revocable trust in place, it makes it so that your beneficiaries, who are usually your children, are able to manage that estate without having to go through the probate courts, and they can do so in a much more timely and inexpensive way. The other thing to think about with going through the probate courts is that it's a public process. I don't know of too many people who hang out at the public courts to be able to look at other people's wills, but they can. They can find out not only what your will said, but they can find out what assets that you held in your estate when you passed away. And in today's world, creditors can find out information much quicker than they could in years past because they can go online and find out what's been filed with the probate court. When you have a revocable trust, it's private. It's something that's done between you, your trustees, and your beneficiaries, and not something that ends up being placed on public record. The other benefit of revocable trusts is potentially an estate tax benefit. If you're married and if your estate is over $1 million here in Massachusetts, there's wording in the trust that can help to reduce the estate tax exposure on the second to die. And getting over $1 million in assets here in Massachusetts is not difficult. Think about the value of your home, think about life insurance values if you have them, and the value of your retirement accounts and investment accounts. That oftentimes can add up to more than $1 million for a couple here in Massachusetts. So revocable trusts are not just for the rich and famous, it's for everyday people as well, and can really help to ensure that your assets get passed on to your beneficiaries with as little complication as possible, keep it as private as possible, and ensure that you're in control until your death.